When you go, when you're going to leave Green Bay,
Mm-hmm.
did you? I know you must have thought about just retiring, or did that not enter your mind?
Yeah, I thought about it. I got asked that question a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I would, 'cause
Yeah,
it's just you're such, and it's and I watch, I asked because I watch your relationship with those fans, and I can relate to that, right? Because I was that, I was that guy that had that relationship, and then that relationship went south with a lot of people, and so I relate to that, and then that's why when you went back a year or two ago, and we talked around that, but I mean, it was just so great to see that story come full circle. But boy, when you go back as a Viking,
that was.
I mean,
Let me. Both of you guys got your own world, and I got more age than both of you. Let me give you some good advice. You got any bitterness in your heart, let it go. Let it go, because it ain't bothering nobody but you.
Right.
That's true.
The greatest gift I got is being able to forgive.
Yeah.
Just being able to forgive. And I know, and I've had some things happen in my life that I didn't, just like we all do.
Right.
But having the ability to let it go and embrace the good parts of your life.
Right. Because it's corrosive.
Yeah, it's just no good. It doesn't, nothing good's out of you being bitter about a person or an event or something that has a big impact on your life.
Coach, I get it, and I think I think, Brett, I'm going to put words and thoughts maybe in your mouth and in your mind, but because I know, I mean, bitter, and I talked about this a few weeks ago when I had my teammates on here and the guys I raced with a long time ago. I mean, I was bitter. I mean, the fans were bitter, but then I became bitter at the sport and the way I viewed the way that I was treated, and then it just took years for me to go, wait a minute. I think I'm looking at this wrong, and I let that go, Coach. And then, but I'm sure you go back as a Viking, and you're thinking, well, shit, I got these guys Super Bowls, I've got them all this stuff, and here I'm just trying to play the game, and they're booing me. You're probably thinking, screw them.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I would have been thinking that.
It's just being fans.
Yeah.
But these are some special fans.
Those same fans that cheered him when he came back.
Of course.
Yeah. You're right. I said this in this football life that they produce. You see on NFL Network all the time, which I think they do a great job. I think it was Football Life where I talked about how could you not, and this might have rubbed people the wrong way. It's not anymore because it's out there. But how could you not, as a player who, for whatever reason, was not necessarily invited back to play? I mean, I was, but I wasn't. And I had my last year in Green Bay was probably my best year statistically in Green Bay. Not bad. I had a good reason to say, I'm worthy of coming back here. But how could you not, as a player, want to prove to your old team or teammates, if you're going to come back, whether you're racing, hitting, pitching, tennis, whatever, the old team or your old coach or whoever that is says, and I always like to put it this way. I was not good enough to play there, but I was too good to play against them. That's the way I viewed it. So you can go play anywhere you want. Is basically what I heard, except
Minnesota,
a team that plays us or will be competing against us. Well, I'm thinking, well, hell, if I ain't that good, why would you care?
Yeah.
So how could you not want to prove that? I'm still pretty damn. Yeah, I still got a little juice left in the tank, and I'm gonna reach deep.
Hey, look, that is not what I'm talking about. Now you use that for motivation.
You're right,
and you still playing the game.